Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're reacting to 10 of the most terrifying pools ever made by top 5s. Check them out obviously, top link in the description. And yeah, let's get into it.
10 terrifying swimming pools you could drown in. Number 10. Shuyian Water Park. Wave pools are a popular feature of water parks around the world.
Look at that. I've never been in a pool that big.
They give
Is that not like the sea? And are they considering that a pool?
visitors the chance to enjoy predictable peaks and troughs without needing to go to the beach.
I've actually done one of these. They're really, really scary, I swear to God. It's like being in the actual sea, but it's even worse. Because there's all these people around you doing exactly the same thing. It's like, pretty sure people die doing this.
But the equipment that's needed to create the effect poses some safety challenges. Sometimes things don't exactly go to plan.
You know what I mean?
In July
That is okay. But when I was in, it was like a proper wave.
of 2019, people had flocked to the Shiyu.
How are you doing that? How are you enjoying life like that? I mean, look, you have no personal space. It's literally like they're all crammed up together. I mean, quite stereotypical. Somebody's wearing a jacket. I mean,
Shuyian Water Park in northeast China, looking to cool off in the heat. The wave pool was full of swimmers, and for some reason the machinery malfunctioned and created a wave much bigger than the pool was designed for. People were swept away and thrown into the air before crashing down onto tiles. Amongst all the screams, people covered in blood tried to desperately escape the water in case another wave was approaching. In total, more than 44 people were seriously injured, and it was incredibly lucky that no one died in the crush. Despite accusations that the pool operator was drunk at the time of the incident, park officials revealed a power cut was responsible for the freak wave, which means that in the right circumstances, it could easily happen again.
I understand why it would be bad if you're right next to like the edge or something, but not really. It's not so bad.
Number 9. Y40, the Deep Joy. Y40, the Deep Joy in Italy is currently the deepest swimming pool in the world. At 130 feet, it's as deep as a 14-story building is tall and contains 152,000 cubic feet of water. It's made up of a traditional pool shape with a cylindrical section that goes deeper beyond it. And as you've probably guessed, this isn't designed for swimming lengths. It's used by scuba divers and free divers and has caves and ledges to explore, as well as a viewing tunnel that people can walk through to look out at what's happening in the depths. Of course, with people swimming so deep, there's an inherent danger with Y40. Making one wrong move could easily lead to serious difficulties.
Like, the thing is, you need to swim up really slowly, like the blood pressure or something, oxygen, I don't know. It'll kill you if you do it too fast.
And anyone who takes a dive has to sign a waiver just in case the worst happens.
Yeah, but like, you have to sign a waiver if you go, to anything really. Go to a roller coaster park or something. When I went to Disneyland, they made us like sign a waiver saying any like things we cannot be held responsible and stuff like that. So.
Before we move on, be sure to subscribe to Top 5s with notifications on.
I will.
Number 8. San Alfonso del Mar. The pool at the San Alfonso del Mar Resort in Chile holds the record for being the largest pool in the world, covering an area of almost 20 acres and reaching a
That's really cool. That's really, really cool.
Depth in parts of 115.
Oh, didn't know what happened there. Free online RPG.
They say the legends of the past are
feet. It contains 66 million gallons of water, and the distance
like
from one side to the other is the same as 20 Olympic swimming pools. To keep it running, water is sucked in and filtered from the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. How are they keeping it so clean?
And maintenance costs around $3 million a year.
Whoa.
If the images look surprisingly bereft of people enjoying the water, that's because no one is actually allowed to swim in the pool.
What? Why the hell do you have it? That's ridiculous.
Today, it's only used for boats and kayaks, and you'll soon be chased by security if
No.
you jump in.
Go back.
Today, it's only used for boats and kayaks, and you'll soon be chased by security.
Right there, in the center, you see that? That's one of those buoys, like, I don't know, people jump on them and stuff. It's like bouncy castle on the sea.
If you jump in. This is because there's no way a lifeguard would be able to spot and save anyone that had gotten into difficulty. And there are rumors that a young boy drowned there a few years after it had opened.
Rumors? I mean, it's not.
Number 7. Chongqing. When the weather's
I mean, if it's a big wave and you're all attached to each other, you're all gonna like slam into each other.
particularly hot, how desperate would you be to go swimming? This
Not
was
there.
put to the test in 2016 in the city of Chongqing in western China when daytime temperatures reached a sweltering 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It seems everyone had the same idea of
They all look like they're enjoying themselves. Literally, they all look quite happy.
visiting the local pool, and pictures showed just how packed the place became. It was virtually impossible to find any space amongst the crowd of people, that some people described as looking at dumplings in boiling water. There were questions too about the safety of visitors. First was the question of pollutants making their way into the water, and whether it was possible to adequately treat it. The other was what would happen if there was an incident. If someone began to drown, there was no chance that they could be rescued.
Is that a pool, you're telling me?
And if the pool needed to be evacuated, it
Well,
seemed
it is a
almost
pool.
inevitable that some people would be crushed in the panic.
Well, I thought it was like the sea, I don't know why, but it does say pool.
Number 6. The library blood red pool.
Ugh.
We're so used to pools being a certain shape and color that anything different feels bizarre. That's the premise behind the pool at the library resort in Thailand, where
What? Library resort, is that it?
swimmers can become so disoriented that they find themselves struggling in the water. Situated on Koh Samui Chaweng Beach, the luxurious minimalist resort had chosen design features
Well, no, the water's not actually red. The bottom and stuff are red.
that make its pool unlike anything you'll see anywhere else in the world, because its water appears to be
Whoa.
blood red in color.
No,
There's nothing different about the water or the way they treat it, and the entire
yeah, it's not. I see it straight through that. The water is not red. You're lying to us, mate.
effect is created by red tiles that line the pool. This does, however, make it more difficult to see the bottom, and it just feels weird swimming here. If you ever visit, just be careful when you dive in, otherwise it could be the last thing you ever
I mean, surely they have like a lifeguard. If it's really expensive, then you know. I don't know. That's my thing.
do. Number 5. Skellefteå.
What? What's that?
Number 5. Skellefteå.
Skellefteå.
Held in February of every year, the
I bet it's in like Finland or something.
Open Scandinavian Winter Swimming
it.
Championship is held in Skellefteå, Sweden, in a contest that challenges the extremes of human endurance. That's because the 25-meter pool that they use for the races is cut from 2-foot thick ice specifically for the competition, and is in a location that's only 100 miles away from the Arctic Circle.
Oh god.
Temperatures fall to unbearable levels, and as soon as you dive in, you're faced with a burning sensation all over your skin,
Oh,
and
I
your
hate
chest cramps up.
I had a cold shower today. It felt a bit like that. I don't think it's as bad, but I hate cold showers. You can't like breathe. You're like, I've gone into the sea, the English Channel, not Channel, but like the English Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, in the winter, or like the spring winter, and it's literally you need to stay in there at least 10 minutes until you get used to it. Otherwise, it's like you can't breathe. It's really scary. I don't recommend it, but it's supposed to be really good for you. But
It makes it difficult to breathe. You'll fall unconscious after just 15 minutes in the 32-degree Fahrenheit water, and you would die within an hour if not treated, which is why the race organizers have a medical staff, divers, and lifesavers across the venue. There's also a sauna and hot tub next to the pool so participants can quickly warm themselves up to hopefully starve off the onslaught of hypothermia. Those who swim here swear by the health benefits of swims like this, and it's said to help fight off stress, depression, and insomnia.
no, that's what. Like the same thing with cold showers. You see his red skin. That's when the blood is pumping to his muscles, basically. So, like, that's why it's really good for you. So it makes your muscles, like, really active, and it's, like, wakes you up a lot, gives you a lot of energy, and it, like, makes you, yeah, it says, like, cures you from depression and stuff, but I'm not sure about that, but...
As well as helping lose weight. There are serious risks, though.
Yeah.
And if things go wrong, your body will shut down because of the cold and will lose any ability to escape the water. Number 4. The Pool of Death.
That's not a pool, mate.
There are hundreds of stunning places you can take a swim in Hawaii, but there's one that's become
What's defined as a pool? That is not a pool. I mean, it's a pool of water, I guess, but...
particularly renowned for the danger it poses. A place known as the Pool of Death. Particularly renowned for the danger it poses. A place known as the Pool of Death. It's on the island of Kauai and is a flooded cove on the
I really want to go to Hawaii, but I'm not going to go there.
Coast that's made from volcanic rocks. The water is perfectly clear, so you can see to the bottom, and it's the ideal temperature for a relaxing dip. But this serene tranquility can soon turn into a nightmare. The waves of the ocean that roll up against the rock walls can suddenly increase in intensity and smash against the pool and whoever is in it. A large number of people have died here, either because they were overwhelmed by the waves and drowned beneath the water, or were simply thrown against the rocks with such a force. It's one of the most dangerous places to swim in the world, but despite knowing the dangers, its surroundings still make it a popular destination.
I mean, it does look cool. I would go and try it out maybe, but the thing is, I hate, like, it looks like he's swimming, but he can't, like, get where he wants to go. That feeling is terrible. I hate it.
Number 3. Nemo 33.
Nemo.
Until the opening of the Y40 pool in Italy, Nemo 33 in Belgium had the record for being the deepest in the world, reaching a maximum of 113 feet. It contains 660,000 gallons of spring water that's heated to a constant temperature of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. There are caves that can be explored, and you can barely
What do you mean caves? Not really.
see the bottom from the surface, even though it's full of crystal clear water. It's open to tourists, amateur divers, and professional divers, but because of the dangers involved with such a deep pool of water, there are strict safety measures to prevent any accidents. No one under the age of 12 is allowed there, and everyone who dives must have a dive buddy or instructor with them at all times.
Nobody under the age of 18, but 12, I guess.
Luckily, no fatal incidents have ever happened at Nemo 33, but that's only because they're so careful. All it would
They're not that careful. The minimum age is 12. I mean, like, if you're 12 years old, you know how to swim.
take is one mistake at the bottom of the deep pit, and there'd be nothing anyone could do to save you. Number 2,
really
Marina
cool.
Bay Sands.
I would actually want to do that. There's a few things I really want to do, like skydiving, there's extreme sports. I love sports, but I don't know. I like extreme sports, like skydiving, I really want to do that. You know that? Bungee jumping? Yeah, I want to do that. What's that one called? It's called like extreme zip lining or something, where you do it from it's one from like, in America, I think, from the Empire State Building. I don't know. Where's that? Oh, it's one in Hawaii too, it's really cool.
The hotels in Singapore are home to some of the world's most amazing swimming pools.
Look for that. They have like...
But the one that stands out above the rest...
They've got like stuff on top. They've got all these trees. It's quite cool.
...is the infinity pool on the top floor of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel.
I don't like that.
It is the highest pool in the world, at an altitude of 1,100...
I like looking at it from here. But I wouldn't like
15 feet, and swimmers can go right against the side to look out across spectacular views of the city. This certainly isn't somewhere to visit if you're scared of heights, and it's been known to panic some people because swimming in a place like this feels so unnatural.
Yeah.
It's also subject to extreme weather conditions when storms pass over the city, and if you're in the water when this happens, you might struggle to get out without assistance.
And that is quite cool. But it does have like a safety thing, I think. I'm not sure, but I think so.
Number 1, the Devil's Pool.
That's not really a pool, is that?
The most dangerous pool in the world is one that was formed naturally over thousands of years, and it seems unbelievable that anyone would willingly choose to go here.
What?
It's known as the Devil's Pool, and it can be found at the edge of Victoria Falls in Zambia. Against the waterfall edge is an area that's perfect for swimming in, and that is surrounded by rocks that prevent the flow of water taking you over the side.
Well,
It's an extremely popular tourist spot, and one
this is #1, isn't it?
that offers some of the most amazing selfie opportunities anywhere in the world.
I mean,
But make one wrong move, and it'll all be over. Sometimes the currents can be enough to drag you underwater, and there's also the ever-present risk of falling over the edge of the 355-foot-high waterfall. There have been several deaths here over the years, and there are likely to be many more in the future. But most who go there
Whoa.
feel it's a risk worth taking to be able to swim in such a beautiful
Well, it
place.
does look kind of cool. But like, I've been to like not a sauna, what do you call it? Spa? No. What do you call it? I don't remember. Natural pool? Natural, I don't know. Like heat, like basically the magma or something under the ground heats the water up. And it's really warm and nice. And it's like, what's it called? Damn it. But anyway, I've been there and it's kind of like this. Well, it's a natural one, and it's like the giant not wave, I'm saying, this giant waterfall coming down from the top, and it's coming down to this bottom area, and it all has like these little these type things where the water stops, but it keeps going, but like you don't fall off. Kind of like that.
Subscribe to Top 5s for more and check out some of our other popular videos.
Next time watching that, boys. Well, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Please subscribe and like the video like that, yeah. You know that. Subscribe like that, yeah, please. And turn on post notifications. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.